Hey guys, welcome to Butterfly Blooming podcast with my favorite queen, Miss Galaxy, sir, or Miss Canada Galaxy, Regine, and she's getting ready for her international level this year. It was a longer time for her, but she's been amazing doing some extra business and her other podcasts. So, Regine, tell me about yourself.
Awesome. Well, what a great intro. Thank you, Alexis, for that. Hi, everyone. My name is Regine, your reigning Ms. Galaxy Canada 2020-21. I am in Ontario. I know, Alexis, you're all the way in BC, so I'm so grateful to be here with you and be able to chat virtually. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Um, why did you enter in pageants?
Why did I join pageants? Well, I actually started my pageant journey back in 2010. I competed in a local Filipino pageant here in Toronto. And from there, I got the pageant bug that every pageant girl gets when they get on stage. And it's been nonstop ever since. I love the adrenaline that I get off of from the stage and just the sisterhood and the people that I've met along the way. It's helped build my network in so many ways that I never thought was possible. And I just have a lot of self growth that I find comes with each different pageant that I've done.
What would you do if you win in more pageants in the
If I,
future?
well, if I,
After,
yeah,
or what
well,
would you do when you win international? How's that?
Okay, well, if I win or when I win the international pageant for Galaxy, I am going to cry. I know Cindy is looking for an ugly cry out of us, so I'm practicing. Don't worry, you'll see it. And I think I'll just be really excited for the next adventure that will be the reign of Ms. Galaxy 2022.
What is unique about you, right?
I think something that is unique about me is I am a go-getter. I love to do things. As you mentioned, I started a business, so I love taking ideas that just come out of nowhere and make it happen. Same thing with pageantry, businesses, anything that comes my way.
What the biggest surprise you had in the last few months and why?
The biggest surprise for myself was that I was able to start this business. I never saw myself as a chocolatier or making hot chocolate bombs and using social media to sell items. That definitely surprised me a lot. But it came at the best time, and I couldn't be more grateful.
So tell us about your chocolate bombs, hot chocolate bombs,
Yeah, so
and
I
what else you have in your business.
Awesome question, Alexis. So I started a company called Deliciousness Treats, which did start off with just hot chocolate bombs, and then it became dipped Oreos, juice bombs, smash cakes, and it's just a full menu. Came by after a few months, and it's definitely kept me busy. It's helping me get ready for Galaxy financially, and it's just been a great blessing.
Since you try it, or is there more plans in the future?
For
Expand it, like more features?
I'm not sure, I do enjoy doing it from home, but hopefully once the pandemic clears up and things open up again, I'll be able to go back to work and maybe do it on the side, but not focus too much on the products. But who knows? If I continue to grow and I blow up, then maybe that will be my job.
True.
Mhm.
What is this, or since you're a queen, what are the who are your three queens who you've been following and most influence in your journey right now to international?
So who are the top, like the three
Or
queens that,
your favorite three queens?
oh my goodness, I can't pick a favorite queen. I love all of them so much. There's seven of us on Team Canada, and I find that I've created a different relationship with each and every one of them. I text many of them. We talk on a daily basis in our group chat. So I can't pick a favorite, but I would say if I had to, it'd be all of them in one.
Plus Cindy, right?
Yes, of course. Of course. Cindy is a queen on her own. So she's the queen of all of our queens.
Also Miss Galaxy,
She is.
Canada winner too.
Yes.
Um, what advice would you give someone who wants to start going into pageants?
I would tell them, and I say this every time, I would tell them to do it. If it's something that you find will give you personal growth, will give you self confidence, something that you'll gain great experiences from, then I would highly recommend it. You gain so much confidence off stage, you gain interview experience that you can use on and off stage, and you just create so many great friends. So I would definitely encourage you guys to do it.
One thing you wish you had known before your pageant journey.
One thing I wish I knew before I started pageants was how far I would go. You know, I started in a local pageant here in Toronto, and I never thought that I would now be a national title holder. So I would just tell myself, or I wish I knew how far I was going to go, the experiences that, or not the experiences, but the talent that I would need to gain to get to where I am today.
I like that. What's the best resources that or what are the best resources that have helped you along the way?
My family, my friends, Team Regine, they've helped me along the way when I felt like I mentally couldn't do it anymore, physically couldn't do it. I had my family and friends there to cheer me on, pick me up, and say, you know, you got this. We all believe in you. And I feel very strongly that they are the reason why I am still doing what I do.
You did Canada Galaxy twice now,
I did.
and you were in the first one with Cindy as the director.
Mhm.
What has it changed from that one to going to this one, seeing the new queens?
So I think the differences from the 2019 and the 2020 pageant is just the growth that came with Canada Galaxy. There are so many more people who are interested, so much more um, media around it. So, like on social media, Cindy has an incredible job with taking something making something from nothing. You know, she's a go getter herself. So when she has an idea, she really stuck to it. And you can see her gears turning when she talks about even next year's, or I guess this year's pageant. So just the growth in general, it's amazing to see where Canada Galaxy is going.
Could be a next main pageant in Canada soon, right?
Yeah, because Alexis, you are now doing it for the second time, and you've also seen the growth. So you've now seen it hands on. Isn't it great to see what has come from it?
Yeah, from that year, I joined in 2019
Mm-hmm.
pageant, or second one, um, where I sang you getting crowned, and you came from a first runner up to now a queen.
Yes,
That's amazing. I believe
thank
in,
you.
like, for me is I'm gonna keep trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to win a lot this year, mostly because of my mom. But what I'm doing is going to do it amazing journey with it. So let's talk about your podcasts.
Sure.
You have two.
Hmm.
One it just recently started. So let's start with sit down.
Yeah. So the sit down is with my co-host Scott Dion Brown. He's a local talent here in Toronto, and we've actually been on air on YouTube for 100. We just had our 117th episode, so 117 weeks we've been doing the show. And from there, we had so many beauty queens that were interested in being interviewed, and it only made sense to branch off and do our own, or my own, pageant podcast itself. So from the pageant, oh, sorry, from the sit down with Scott Dion Brown came the pageant sit down, and I'm now doing it twice a week, interviewing different people in all different pageant systems. And it's really grown in a very short time. It's overwhelming but exciting all at the same time.
And tomorrow's show, or Monday, January 8th,
Hmm.
or February 8th, is the CEO of or really the Galaxy Pageants.
Yes. So tomorrow, as you said, tomorrow, February 8th at 7:30 p.m. EST, so Toronto time, Eastern Standard Time. We will be interviewing Maria Torres. I am so excited. I had the opportunity to meet her and speak to her briefly at the 2019 pageant, so I'm excited to talk to her on a deeper level tomorrow. So you guys should tune in.
Yeah. If you ever want to check out her podcast, follow Regine, or go to YouTube, search Sit Down and Patching Sit Down.
Yes.
And so today, I am now on YouTube too.
Amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations, Alexis.
I
Look at
decided to do it.
I'm so excited for you. Like, look at where your podcast has come from. You just went from interviewing one person a day to now three beauty queens a day, four. Now you're on YouTube. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you.
So, with your podcast, are you going? The Patching Sit Down is not just about the pageant queens, directors. It could be anyone, right?
So any pageant hopefuls, pageant fans, not just women. I am looking at interviewing some males who have done pageants as well. So that's all coming soon. I think, there's a lot of stigma behind pageantry, and not a lot of people really understand what a pageant girl or who a pageant girl or beauty queen is. So I want to use this platform to be able to educate people and show them, we're not just a pretty face, it's beauty and brain. There's so much more behind the person.
And because right now, beauty pageants in Canada are not live on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's only online.
Yes.
Hopefully, eventually, it will go in TV again. But
Hopefully.
pageants are not just for beauty anymore. It's more inner self,
Exactly.
and that's what you and me both learned in Canada Galaxy last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, who knows what your venture next year.
You too, Alexis. You got a pageant coming up as well. And you've been doing a great job with the virtual pageants. So who knows? Maybe maybe I'll be crowning you.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe you'll be joining Canada Galaxy again in a
Who
different
knows?
division.
Who knows? I know Cindy's been asking, but we'll see. Only the future can tell.
You might take a break for a year. Depends on what the income of the international.
Hmm.
But it's amazing how we got Elizabeth from 2019, Queen
Yes. Hmm.
team, into Canada Galaxy Nationals this year, helping me and others into the
Hmm.
pageant. How
Yes.
amazing.
Liz is
Maybe
great. I know she's sorry, I know she's also helping Cindy a lot behind the scenes. So it's great to see how a 2019 queen has come back and given her time to making Canada Galaxy what it is as well.
Hopefully, you'll be next one too.
Oh, I will. Cindy's already reached out to me. She goes, "Okay, after the pageant." I'm like, "Yep, don't worry, I'll help you."
Because how amazing as Cindy does to us and what she does to you guys as a queen,
Hmm.
and she does a lot for the queens,
She does.
but she does a lot for everyone else too.
Hmm.
Great, yes. So, so what are the best resources for you to tell people to learn, get into podcasting?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think what helped me get ready for the pageant sit down was having somebody to mentor me, somebody who was able to show me how to use different streaming platforms, what programs to use, what webcam I should get. So having somebody there. So for me, it was Scott Dion Brown. He was actually showing me, okay, this is what I use for my streams. Maybe you'll benefit from it. So he was actually able to show me. So I think if you're looking at starting your own podcast, find someone that can mentor you, someone that knows how to do it already, and kind of piggyback on their success as well.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. Mine was because of my coach.
Well, that's
Uh,
great.
to improve interview experience, and that's what we're doing lately, getting ready for our pageants.
Hmm.
What is going to be, what are the feature, or what you're excited about going to international?
I'm excited to just leave my house. I'm excited to leave the country. I'm excited to meet all of the amazing women who I've been following for so long and to see not just them, but all the sister queens. So, all seven of us on stage and using the skills that we've learned and gained during quarantine on the international stage. I know Cindy really wants seven crowns, so I'm excited to all of us give her seven new crowns as well.
I'm hoping to see it too, because it's amazing to see how some news or how improved Canada Galaxy gets one
Hmm.
year or
Yes.
3 years,
Hmm.
minus last year, but it's got improved so much with Galaxy. Um, one thing you wish you, or what your career is right now,
So
and
my
what you finish it.
Yes, so my career outside of pageants is an event planner. So I like to plan different gatherings. I was doing corporate events before the pandemic, but of course, with no people gathering, that meant no events, which meant no work for me. So right now, I'm looking at learning how to do virtual events and go back into marketing and hopefully find a new job soon.
Ooh, I've been working with an event planner before
Hmm.
in corporate, so I know how much it is hard to survive. Have you, how long you been working doing the event planning?
Yeah, so I've been an event planner for, I guess, 5 years now. I graduated college in 2015 and I've been working ever since. But even before that, with pageants came a lot of fundraising events and planning events. So that's how my interest in event planning sparked. So I've been doing it for a very long time.
I know. I think with event planning too is like you need to know, or you can win awards.
Hmm.
Did you
There,
ever? Yeah,
no, I have not. Hopefully soon, though. Let's put it out there, Alexis. One day I will.
because I know my old job. there is a big award in Canada.
Mhm.
I think best event planner. Hopefully one day you'll get that too
Yes.
to join your crown. Um, but I like you say, doing pageants is lots of events planning,
hmm
fundraisers, and charities. What was your most enjoyable fundraiser
So
so
I
far?
Yeah, so I've hosted a few fundraisers here and there with different pageant systems. A lot, I've learned a lot from all of them. I've done a children's event, I've done a dinner gala, I've done a yoga event, raising funds again for different charities. But I was hoping to do one for Give Kids the World last year, but of course, with the pandemic, that was put on hold. So I'm hoping that I can do another one soon before my reign is over, and I'm sure that one will be my favorite.
Sure. But you could still do it after you're reaching
That's true.
the title because you're still a queen. Doesn't matter what year.
That's very true, Alexis.
Um, if so, with COVID, we're very restricted on all the guidelines and lockdown and all that. Have you learned a lot more
Yes,
for your
I definitely have. I learned that I can be resilient, or I am resilient when I need to be. I learned that I am creative. I learned how to make hot chocolate bombs. I learned how to do virtual events. I've learned many different things. I feel like the whole virtual world has changed in 2020 and 2021. So I've definitely learned a lot. How about you, Alexis?
I learned a lot, and I'm starting to do fundraisers right now, virtual, um, like a photo contest that's on now, and then also I was going to ask you online if you would be a judge for that. Um,
Oh, I would love to.
uh, yeah, it's kind of shocking to say it online, but I thought, why
It's
not
okay.
ask?
We're already talking. Why not?
But it is different from a virtual to live events. Live events, you can mingle with everyone, and virtual, you're like, okay, I'm seeing people online. That's it. Um, Sometimes online events like silent auction online,
Mhm.
you don't even see that person.
That's true.
So I can't wait till our restrictions come out. I know in BC we're now restricted until further notice. Could be
Ooh,
forever. Could be what? Um, Due to our numbers are going down, but it is due to the new variant
yes.
of the COVID that
Mhm.
is hurting us in BC right now.
Oh no.
But it's to precaution us, make sure we are okay. Especially when others are dying from it.
Mm.
Right now in BC, everyone has COVID who's in the nursing home. So our
Oh
numbers
no.
are our deaths in COVID is going downhill. Like it's going back down. So that's good. Um, but I do miss our live minutes like you do.
Me too. I miss being in a crowd of people or emceeing an event, attending an event, or even just walking outside without being scared of anyone.
So since about the COVID restrictions, hopefully it comes out. What would you do first thing after you done this restriction?
After restrictions are done, I definitely want to see my family. I want to hug every single one of my family members. You know, COVID has not been an easy time for anyone. So just being able to reconnect with everyone physically, hug them. You don't realize how much physical contact or even just a hug really means until you hug someone that you haven't hugged in a long time. So I think that's the first thing. I'm going to go see my family, give them all a hug, and then maybe wash my hands afterward.
True.
Yeah. How
With
about you?
me, my family's here with me, but right now we're a little limbo because my mom just got announced she has cancer.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Um, so what we're doing is it was tough. Like 5 days she was in the hospital.
Hmm.
I couldn't visit her in the hospital. So I'm glad she's home right now and
Yeah.
seeing I can react with her and support her. Like I am going to on Tuesday with her to her cancer clinic for her first visit, and then helping her ask questions, ask answer or get answers. Um, I know she won't be taking the COVID vaccine due
Hmm.
to her series of cancer,
Hmm.
but I am hoping I could get jump start of it soon. Move up in the ladder because of how close I am with them. I
Hmm.
don't want them to get COVID 100%. With my old job, there was so much COVID. So what I did is I was lucky they let me go. So I'm in a better job now that is COVID free.
That's
Uh,
great.
sure, we don't know if a customer have it, but we're
Hmm.
protected
That's good.
by the counter space and wearing masks and PPE. I like
Hmm.
being caution on ourselves. So hand sanitizer is my best friend right now.
Yes, for sure.
In work, hand sanitizer and washing hands. I think it might make my hands so soft by the time it's over.
Yes,
But it's
definitely.
I kind of getting used to it now. But it's amazing how we learn ourselves and how much we miss our families.
Well, hopefully your mom's appointment goes well on Tuesday, and it's great that she has you there to support her and help her.
Yeah. Like I would you believe I would call her I did call her 5 or 6 times a day
Wow.
during my breaks, during before I go work, after work, like and during the nighttime. Like I'm not like hoping for them to call me and say, she's sleeping. Leave her alone. But
You just want to make sure she's okay.
oh yeah, I was the one who was more concerned about her than anyone. But that's a good thing. And my dad missed her too when she was in the hospital. Even
Oh.
he couldn't visit her. So that's why I'm proud of the healthcare system that is
Hmm.
protecting everyone. But you do miss
Yeah.
seeing your loved ones, and it is serious.
Hmm.
Uh, so I'm always cautioning people is be safe, wear masks, social distance, wash your hands. Like if you're sick, stay home
Exactly.
or do podcasts or do a live. Like you
Hmm.
don't have to interact with everyone in person.
Yeah, you can Zoom them, you can Skype them, FaceTime, whatever it is, call them. Yep.
Yeah. I know a lot of us are doing it for group chats.
Hmm.
We've been doing it. Hopefully, been doing Zoom with your family. If your family, the older generations don't know much, but they're not that bad. They're learning. Like my mom and dad, I'm shocking they're knowing how to use it now,
Well, that's great.
like Facebook.
Hmm.
So that's how we connect each other a lot. And I'm from is seeing friends from her high school on
Wow.
Facebook. How amazing is that?
That's awesome.
That's how technology is working now.
Hmm.
Um, what what is one common myth about your profession or field? that you want to debunk?
One myth about event planning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard any. Um, it's a good question, Alexis. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you.
Okay. If there's any viewers, if they want to make comments, go ahead. I will post it on live right now with Regine. Um, eh, because this is now on YouTube and Facebook, and comments I could see during the studio, so I'm happy for that. Um, and it helps me too because some of my questions are almost done.
Oh, wow.
What is your dream and your goals?
My dream is to be Ms. Galaxy International, Ms. Galaxy 2022, of course. My goals is just to be successful in everything that I do in life, as cliche as it sounds. I want to be happy and content with the life that I live, to leave a legacy behind, no matter what it is, hopefully good, not bad, and just to be able to reach other people positively and to make a difference in the world.
What is your dream job?
My dream job. I've always wanted to be a TV anchor. Those people like the broadcasters, the ones on TV that um, give you the news, maybe not the news, because sometimes the news is depressing. So maybe like a pageant vlogger, a pageant broadcaster, or um, like a Hollywood gossip kind of person. I don't know.
I could see you as a TV show host.
Oh, that would be fun.
I can manage. It'd be called maybe like patch and sit down,
That would be
and then
fun. So
what to do that.
So it's like move aside, Ellen DeGeneres. It's time for this pageant sit down to come around.
It might it might get that goal
Hmm.
or job eventually. I'm hoping for you because I know you're an event planner. You're doing hot chocolate. You're doing podcasts. So event planner and podcast might connect you to TV.
Maybe, but and to answer your question, I did think of something. So a myth about my job as an event planner is people think that once the event is done, the job is done, but that's not true. There's so much work left to be done. You still have to do follow-ups, get feedback, pay people, pay the vendors. There's so much more that goes on after all the guests leave.
True. And then also um, added the video or event into event
Hmm.
awards.
Yes.
Uh, I know my old job used to do that so much. Like you wouldn't believe how much work before, during. What during is less stressful.
Yes,
Is
for sure.
after the before and after it's the worst part of being an event planner.
I wouldn't say it's
Um,
the worst part. I would say it's more exciting. I think personally, I love the planning part and the execution and the tear down. To me, it's what motivates me to be like, okay, so planning the event, you're thinking, okay, what needs to be done? What themes should we do? Which vendors should we contact? And when you're executing, you get to see your work come to life. You get to see your vision come to life. And then afterwards, when you do the tear down, you get to really reflect on, okay, what could I have done better? And then you take that and you bring it to the next event. So it's a cycle.
because I know a couple events like, okay, man, what do I do? What do I do? What I can't do this, or
Hmm.
I need this event plan or event location. It
Yes.
is hard for any event planner, and you have to be good too, because if the client does not satisfy, you have to agree with them to, okay, this is what you want. Okay.
Exactly.
I know because it's a real tough business. You don't want to lose a client, but you want to gain it, so you
Mm-hmm.
work with them. And some of your ideas are going to be shocking them and bring some fun. I'm knowing you, you'll be doing some events in the future with some pageants into it.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Maybe you host your own pageant.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I can't compete with Cindy.
No one can.
No,
Sydney's the best,
she is.
but and a great one to work with, help talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Alexis, I know you're looking at questions, but is there anything about me that you would like to know?
since you say you started in pageants in 2010,
Mm-hmm.
what are your most enjoyable pageant in your
Okay,
career?
that's a great question. I would definitely say one of them is the first pageant that I did, which is Miss Philippines PIDC here in Toronto. I would say it was memorable because it was my very first pageant. It was the very first time I learned how to walk in heels. Um, I wasn't that great, but I thought I was good. It was where I first stepped on stage and really knew what pageantry was about. The second would be I competed in the Philippines for a pageant called Mutian ng Pilipinas, and I represented the Toronto Filipino community. And that was memorable because I was able to travel all over the Philippines to different islands. I met so many different people, not just from the Philippines, but also from all over the world. So that taught me a lot about myself and my heritage and the culture of the Philippines. The third one would be Miss Universe Canada. Miss Universe Canada was actually supposed to be my last pageant. So there was so much hype for me going into it. You know, it's one of the biggest pageants, it's Miss Universe Canada. And just being, I met Denise there actually. She was one of our mentors and trainers there. So being able to compete there and the whole experience and the people that I met was memorable. In 2016, I competed at Canada Top Choice, which I know you're also now a part of. That was great for me because I won that pageant and it was the very first win that I had. So having that moment of, oh my gosh, all these years of pageantry means something. Like I did it, I finally did it. And just my reign that year, I was able to do so much and touch so many people's lives. And of course, lastly, the most memorable has to be Canada Galaxy. Both years, I've being able to see where it, like how Cindy started it, where it is now, my crowning moment, having the other Alexis there, running towards me when I won was so memorable. Just the hug that she gave me. Alexis is actually the reason why I cried. I don't know if people know this. So I tried to hold it in, and then I saw Alexis come running towards me, and that's when that's when I felt it. I was like, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah. So you guys know there is two Alexis in Canada Galaxy.
Yes.
Uh, the year we were in, me and Regine, it was kind of fun. Me and her were both causing trouble by getting people mixed up, saying who, what. So we had to figure out ways to get us not in trouble much.
Like,
But
which
it was,
Alexis? Yeah,
but the young one or the older one, um,
exactly.
it's amazing how you started the journey. Um, your first pageant, was it all your pageants? Was there any difference in the pageants?
Oh,
Like
definitely.
talent in one or swimsuit? I know we in kind of Galaxy do swimsuit, but talent was in my first one too. So it was
Hmm.
like it's a neat what kind of pageants you've been into? Like you say, you're many, but were they totally different or were they exactly same?
I find that every pageant is different, like you were saying, Alexis. Some have talent, some have a charity component, some have swimwear, some don't. So all of the pageants that I've done, they're all very different. None of them are, there's no cookie cutter pageant, you know. So for Miss PIDC or Miss Philippines PIDC, sorry, it was more of a charity local pageant. So that one had a talent portion that did not have swimwear. They had cocktail and even they didn't even have evening gowns, so it was more of a Filipiniana, so a traditional Filipino gown that we had to wear. And then, of course, Miss Universe Canada talent was optional. Canada Top Choice also had talent and swimwear and all that. And then, of course, with Galaxy, I find is the most diverse because you have different women of different walks of life, different ages, different people in general. And then you have different segments. You have fashion wear, you have evening gown, you have swimwear. So you have the pajama party, you have everything. So each pageant is different in their own way, and they're all unique and special.
And then international will have white dress party.
Yes.
That's the difference in Canada, yes, because it's now going higher level. But you're also competing against Bahamas,
Mm-hmm.
U.S. or a couple of U.S. states,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Australia,
Yes.
UK.
Yes.
No, I don't know what else, but it's just a very multicultural
Mm-hmm.
pageant, and I can't wait to see how Canada team does. Because
No
the first year,
pressure. No pressure. Brittany killed it last year. Brittany
last
was,
year was
I think Brittany was second runner up, and then Crystal was also second runner. Not Crystal, sorry. Angel was also second runner up. So, you know, Canada's been up there. Canada's been in the top five. So I need to really step up my game.
no pressure, but this also had first runner up.
Yes.
So that was amazing for last year's Queens. They top five, two of them,
Hmm.
or maybe more.
I think
But
three.
this year is now bigger or one more person.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be fun to see if all seven be in top five.
I would absolutely love that. I know all of the girls have been working really hard to strengthen their skills to really polish themselves up. So I'm very excited to see how we all do. And I'm excited to see how you do at nationals, being your second time around. And I know there's a bunch of other Canada Galaxy girls that are coming back from previous years. So I am excited to see everyone again and to see how well you all do on stage.
And it's bigger this year than
There
ever.
is, I think there's definitely more than 100 now.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
gonna be a weekend.
it was 11 of us in our division last time.
Yes.
Um, Now it's over 20.
I'm glad I'm not competing anymore with you girls. I'm so glad I'm not in that division anymore.
Oh, come on, Reggie. You
I
did
d-
good with us. Come on. It
Thank
was
you.
a real different bunch.
Mhm.
I know some of them are not returning this year, but I'm like, oh, come on. Like, it was fun to meet them. Like, everyone, we were meeting each other. That was my first nationals.
Mhm.
But it was me. It was fun to meet everyone doing that pageant, including you. Um, I think we connected after the pageant more.
Mhm. Yes.
Like I could ask you questions sometimes, and you was like, "Yep, yep, yep." And I've been watching you on your podcast, and got me like, "Hey, she could do it. I could do it." How
Mhm.
amazing! Like
Thank
it's
you.
amazing how you show everyone your spirit. Um, community, like you've been doing a lot of community sport. Um, you now have two podcasts with who knows how many new guests we'll have in the future.
Oh,
But
goodness.
it's like you got me into podcasting. Like I was like, oh, but you do your shows on Sunday mornings.
Hmm.
At first sit down on what time?
At 11 a.m. So
So
I just had the podcast at 11 and then I was like, hey, I gotta go, gotta get ready for Alexis, and here I am.
11 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
For anyone know, um, it's always on YouTube and Facebook, right? Or not Facebook.
We're just on YouTube.
Yeah, so check her out on YouTube. I would say it's amazing how my podcast and hers is different. Scott does amazing. Now I'm learning some tricks on the same podcast system you guys use, I think. But you got now you're hosting your own pageant sit down,
Hmm.
and you had three amazing or two amazing
Three.
guests, or
I've had
three.
three. Yes.
One was Angel,
Hmm.
who is Miss Doctor.
She's Dr. World 2021.
Um, the other two
So,
are
so for my first guest, I had Miss International 2013. Her name is Bea Rose Santiago. And then I had Crystal Gale, who is the current and reigning Ms. Galaxy 2020, 2021. And then I had Angel Batal, who is your, sorry, not junior, is your Dr. World 2021. But she's also the face and beauty behind Pageant Coach Canada.
an amazing person to know.
She is. She's such a sweetheart. You should interview her.
I'm trying to convincing her, but it's work in progress. Because I mostly do my podcast now on Sundays too, and
Hmm.
then my other day off. So I don't know my day off,
That's
the other
fair.
day off, until a week before or a couple of days before. But
Hmm.
I love doing this. I love doing Sundays. It's a good environment. You've been doing good on Sundays, so I'm like, why not? Um, I don't
Well,
know. Patch and sit down. What days are you doing it? Are there set days, or are you just moving around?
so they are on Mondays and Wednesday evenings at 7:30 EST. It just felt so it was only supposed to originally be Wednesday evening, but because there's so many people who want to be interviewed, I figured, let's do 2 days a week for now, see how that goes. And maybe closer to internationals, I'll do once a week. So I'm not too busy and I can focus on the international pageant. And then if people are still interested, then I'll continue the 2 days. We'll see. We'll see where it goes.
And right now you're getting ready for international
Yes.
by practicing a lot. Work, um, partially is now crunch time for you.
It is. It really is.
Still international. I think 7 or 6
Sorry?
months. Is it
It's,
6 or
I
7
think
months?
7. Let's count. March, April, May, June, July, August. So 6. Yeah, you're right. 6. Well, we're still in the beginning of February, so we'll say six
Yes.
and a half.
And then after that, you come back home and
Then
do
it's
the national.
nationals. Yeah.
How amazing is that? It's gonna be very tight, but it's gonna be fun for you. You'll be like
Hmm.
experiencing internationals, and you're gonna bring it to us in nationals and say, "This is what you're gonna look for," but it'd be more different.
I'll be like, look
Like,
at my new crown.
um, that is not your first one too. That's your newest one too.
Oh no, I meant, yes, this is a new crown, but I meant after internationals, when we go back to nationals, we're all going to show you our new international crown.
And then you also, this is your national crown. That was second one.
Hmm. You're busy.
Um, but it's gonna be amazing how you've grown from one passion to all that. I think that's it for my questions today.
No, no, it's great talking to you. Thank you again so much. And I'm so glad that I've been able to inspire you to do your podcast and find different ways of doing it. If you ever need any help with your podcast or even the pageant, let me know because, we're in the same division here.
True. And we kind of got a separate group of Miss Division that
Hmm.
are now on our own group page.
Yes,
Um, I don't think we invited you yet, but I'm
that's
hoping
okay. You guys don't need to include me. You guys are
we're
the 2022 girls. It's fine.
we're going to have some fun. We're started doing one project. If you didn't know, we did the yellow, painted it yellow,
I saw that.
and that was fun. That is amazing. I am designing one for cancer.
Oh, that's
This month
awesome.
is Cancer Awareness Month for cancer, so I got big plans, and I want
Amazing.
you to do it too.
Definitely. Just let me know. You don't need to include me in your Ms. group chats.
Oh,
Don't worry. But you
but
can
this one would
always let
be
me
nice to
know.
have you into this part because for all Mrs. divisions, I want to try combine.
Hmm.
Uh, but it's an amazing thing to be to all cancer survivors or families who had people who had cancer. I want the awareness of cancer is deadly,
Hmm.
and can't wait to see you in nationals in August.
I can't wait to see you too. The months are going to fly by, so make sure you enjoy it, Alexis. Enjoy your title for now and maybe your new title in the future and just keep doing what you're doing, your appearances, your charity work. You're definitely doing an amazing job. It's really inspiring to see how you went from the very first year to now. So, keep it up.
And if anyone wants to get hold of you, how can they?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Ms. So that's MS Galaxy Canada for all my pageant related items. Or if you just want to find me on Instagram, not pageant related, you can follow me on Instagram at ITS Regina Lena. So that's ITSREGINEALAINA. And of course on YouTube.
And also,
Yes.
you could sign up for Canon Galaxy on that link on the bottom.
Yes.
And this podcast is now be on YouTube and will be on my Facebook page and my website.
You have your own website?
Yes,
That's amazing. I don't even have a website.
I decided to do one. It's a blog and then sponsor page and charities in it. I support over 12 charities.
Wow.
But I'm also doing my fundraising. So there's all the fundraising events coming in the future will be on there too. But it's amazing. Also my podcast. So I'm going to add all my podcast shows to YouTube sometime this week or a couple of days. It's going to take me a while because there's like over 20 so far.
Wow.
But I am going to put on YouTube and then put a link on my website to the YouTube channel.
That is amazing. Congratulations, Alexis. 20 interviews, and I know you have so many today. Just keep up the good work.
Yeah. So I want to thank everyone coming to my show and thank you, Reggie, so much for being my guest today. And
Again,
it's
thank you.
amazing how we connect in 2019 for a class of 2020, 2021, or was class 2020, but got extended. But it was amazing journey right now because we're all bonding. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter if we meet in person or not. we're connecting very well.
That's true. Well, thank you again, Alexis, for having me on your podcast. I'm so grateful to be here, and I can't wait to have you on the pageant sit down. So we'll make sure that happens in April.
True. Hey, thanks so much, everyone.